Star Citizens, and welcome to another video. This one is our Star Citizen Nightly, and there's actually a few things to talk about. I thought we would have a slow week because, you know, it's Alien Week and people are mostly interested in either buying some ships or talking about how weak Alien Week is. So a lot of people have been saying that Alien Week is weak, but it's a week, so we still got some time. There might be some surprises. I think there's some decent CCUs. There's a $50 CCU in there. I mean, if nothing else, we got a $50 CCU out of it. I think that's pretty solid, but I do understand people's concerns because if we don't get a new ship, this will be the third year that we haven't got a new ship during Alien Week, so it's gonna kind of make people, I think you run the risk of having people skip Alien Week and not really care about it. Like if you're not into alien ships, you might come to Alien Week, do like whatever the special event is, which is like this one was like code breaking, and then you might just hop off, right? Like I think we need a little bit more for Alien Week. I know it normally happens during like a break for CIG, but I think it would be best for them to like put a little bit more oomph into the event. I like the event because, I mean, I didn't notice, but last year I guess is when they introduced the Wanderer skin. But I like the Ocella skin. I just like the fact that the Ocella skin goes on sale. I just want to get it for other ships. I wish I could get it for more than just alien ships. But yeah, all right, let's hop into the nightly news. All right, so first things first, there were some people cheating in Star Citizen. Who would have thought? Yeah, there's a bunch of people cheating in Star Citizen. So they had this message basically saying over 600 accounts that have been doing exploits and have gained Alpha UEC by cheating, they're gone. I don't understand why you would want to cheat in a game that gives you like 15 million Alpha UEC to start with. If you just play the PTU, you start out with 15 million. Like, that's not, I guess, enough to buy everything, but it's a lot of money to start out with. I mean, what's your point of playing the game if you already have all the Alpha UEC? And the game's not even out yet. Like, why are you even cheating and risking your account being banned in a game where the game's not even out yet? Like, who are you impressing with your Alpha UEC? Nobody's impressed. Like, I've seen people get 150 million Alpha UEC, and they were just sitting there with it because there's nothing to do with it. The whole point right now is to earn it. So I don't know. It's a little weird for me, but hey, people will cheat at anything if you give them a chance. So I guess that's it. But hey, 600 accounts have been suspended. So they're taking it seriously. If you have been cheating and you weren't one of the 600, it might be time to wrap it up. Hang it up, you know, go and spend all that Alpha UEC or give it back. I don't know how you would give it back. So maybe just stay off the game and wait till there's a wipe. But yeah, so there you have it. Don't cheat on Star Citizen. They've been investigating. They're finding people and they're turning off people's accounts. Imagine buying $500 worth of ship and then like your account getting suspended because you were cheating. So there you go. Next, there is an issue that they're working on to get the Vandal Aggressor badge. I think I talked about this yesterday, but I mean, not getting the Vandal Aggressor badge. They're saying even if you have the Vandal Aggressor badge, you're still not coming up with the ability to purchase the glaive. So that's basically what they're working on. They're trying to fix that inability to purchase the glaive. So let's see if they fixed it. We're going to hop in. We're going to go to Alien Week offers. We're going to scroll down to that glaive. Glaive. Nope. Haven't been fixed yet. All right. So we shall see when they will fix that. It hasn't been fixed as of the recording of this video. All right. This one is actually in response to somebody saying like having to press their stick forward and keep it pressed forward for master modes is actually starting to hurt their arm. Yogi Klatt responded and basically was saying like you have to set your trim setting a little bit differently to make sure that, you know, you don't have to keep pressing it forward. And I think there was one other thing that he said about it. Oh, he explained what the trim is. He said, so the trim is just a helper for left-handed sticks. Setting a trim just remembers the current throttle position and treats it as the new center. That is mostly useful for a left-handed stick as they are spring-loaded and always return to the center. So it allows you to keep going forward or backward without needing to push the stick forward all the time. For a HOTAS, you really don't need it as a HOTAS is not spring-loaded. So I have a Virpil stick with one of those Z things, and so my stick actually sits sideways, and it actually operates like a throttle. So my stick, I don't even know if you can see it here, but either way, my stick just, I can press it forward and leave it, and press it and or pull it back and it stays. So my throttle is set like that, but there are sticks. Actually, here, I can show you these ones. Everybody should have seen these. Look, our old Thrustmasters that we don't use anymore. But as you can see on a left-handed stick, right, you press it forward, it snaps back. It snaps back to the middle. So if you have to keep holding it forward, and maybe if you have some wrist issues or something, you can imagine how that sucks. But yeah, so I could see why they would be bothered by master mode. So I'm starting to see, like, there's certain things that about master modes why people don't like master modes even more. So like I feel like I'm very lucky to have like my little setup here. So yeah, I get it, and but it's good to see that Yogi he's paying attention. He's in the comments. Like, he's not in there like every single day, but I'd say, you know, once a week or so I see Yogi in the comments, like really trying to like explain things to people and help people. So that's the best part. But the news is getting better, y'all. Look at this. There's 19004 errors that they're seeing since the release of .1a. Oh, you didn't know? .1a is live, folks. We're going to talk about it in a little bit, but you might have issues logging in. So they're tracking it. So let's just get into that. Let's look at 3.23.1a live, which went live today at 11:44. So I haven't been able to hop in yet, but there's a lot that's changed, so let's go over it. So before we do known issues, let's talk about the features and gameplay, because that's what's most important. Gameplay, missile adjustments, increased missile lock minimum and maximum ranges, reduced missile speeds, balanced missile fuel tank amounts, and reduced salvage cover-up rewards. So salvage was making too much money still, so they reduced those rewards. Missiles were, I guess, a little bit too fast, so I guess people didn't have a chance to run away from them. Whereas they reduced missile speeds, so this isn't like before. So remember, before they reduced the torpedo speeds because they were trying to figure out if there was an issue with them. So I think they've overall just reduced missile speeds. So obviously the smaller the missile, the faster it'll be. The larger the missile, the slower it'll be. But also there's a range difference there. So I think that's what they mean by balance the missile fuel tank amounts, right? So another thing, they fixed the F-7A Hornet Mark II's lateral strafe capabilities. And then I talked about that before. They increased the Saber Firebird missile count from 12 to 24, which is what made me buy the Saber Firebird. Now, I know that's probably what they intended all along, along with the Saber Firebird armor being modified to reduce all emissions by 40%. Because if it had stayed at 12 missiles and only 20% reduction, I wouldn't have bought it. Hands down, I would not have bought it, because two volleys of 6 missiles or 4 volleys of 3 missiles is trash. It's absolute trash. There's no way that I would use that, especially for a ship that's not like, I mean, I might as well have gotten a Talon Strike in that case. But now that this has 24 and it reduces emissions by 40%, this can effectively be my stealth ship, and I don't have to worry too much about it. I would love for there to be a variant of the Eclipse that had like size 6s or size 7s or something, or, you know, it could even have like size 5s, size 5s and size 4s or something, just like a lot, like having the smaller missiles and maybe adding an extra gun, and like maybe that could be my stealth ship. Because I like the Eclipse like slightly more as far as looks, but but it's also a much larger ship than the Saber Firebird. So I don't know. But I like the Saber Firebird. It's just I think like there's still some balancing they can do there. Continuing on. Core tech, remove vehicle entrance markers when in a different zone or too far away. Made further client performance optimizations, vehicle hit damage network performance optimizations, and full ship weapon audio mixing pass. So vehicles are going to hopefully get hit better. I'm hoping that people weren't banking on the fact that vehicles were not getting damaged at all. Then they fixed ship weapons audio, so there should be some better sounding audio there. Okay, and then bug fixes. So the technical, let's start with the technical. They fixed 6 client crashes, 5 server crashes, a main thread deadlock, and an out of system memory client crash. I think I've experienced at least one of those. And then some bug fixes here. They fixed an issue causing clients to experience a genetic 30K error and disconnect when loading into the PU. Elevators at Pyro Jump Point Station now arrive. Fixed an issue causing carryable objects to fall through many floors around the PU, including me. I fell through a floor or two. Fixed an issue causing to not hit their target. Causing what to not hit their target when the target is rotating? Oh, I think that was missiles. I think there was a missile. There was a thing where people would like rotate and then missiles would miss. Now, obviously, if you're rotating, you're using flare. That's actually a really good tactic. But if you're just rotating, missiles should still hit you. Fixed AIs reacting to non-hostile players firing, causing them to not get an attention target. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming like I'm assuming the AI wasn't reacting when people would start shooting at them. Ship shield VFX should now play correctly. I think there was an issue with the Firebird where it was like a little delayed, so hopefully that's what they're talking about. Oxygen should no longer deplete excessively fast while in Klesher work mines or prison escape. That was a major issue that people were talking about, and I think that's part of why 1A took so long, is because 1A was like, oh, like we have a few issues, we're gonna fix it, it's gonna be quick, and then people kept saying no, you gotta fix this, no, you gotta fix this, and they were like, okay, add it into 1A, and I think they just were like, let's just keep going and seeing like how many of these things we can fix, because we want .2 to not be worried about all these bug fixes. Let's see what else we got. It fixed an issue causing many exit get up prompts to be missing from beds. That happened to me as well. Destroying the illegal probes during the halt illegal surveillance mission should no longer cause players to get a crime stat. I like that. Fixed precision targeting gimbal mode active without being in precision mode. Asphyxiation issues should no longer be present in different locations of the Aegis Retaliator. That happened to me. I just hopped in it just to see what the new skin looked like, and I was dying. So yeah. Grin Pyro multi-tool tractor beam attachment should no longer force weapon sensitivity depending on lifted weight. The Saber Raven base paint will no longer replace the paint on the Firebird almost entirely regardless of paint applied. I did not have that issue. I actually went through, I had like 6 or 7 paints for the Saber Raven, or for the Saber Firebird. So I tried them all, they all seem to work. But I will say this, when I tried them, I was trying them in Arena Commander, so maybe that's what it is. The Anvil Ballista Gunner seat should now have proper interaction points. Okay, didn't know it didn't before. I've only used that thing one time though, so. The Crusader Spirit Olympia paint should no longer be missing. All right, that's cool. I would be mad if I paid for that paint and didn't have it. Fix missing jump town locations. That's going to be cool because now I can take my A2 and go blow everything up. Fix Nox, fix Nox missing left and right thrusters. I actually don't do that though. I don't actually go to jump town because most of the time when I hop in the game, I'm trying to make money because I get in the game and then I'm broke. And I go and do a bunch of missions to make money, and then they come out with a new patch by the time I can get in the next game, so I gotta go make money again, and that's what I constantly am doing, just going to make money, but also trying to, you know, differentiate the ways that I make money. Let's see what else. Fixed Nox missing left and right thrusters. So is the Nox work? I don't own a Nox. So folks, let me know if the Nox is working. Actually, I think I do have one. I think for Alien Week I might have one. So let me know if you've hopped on the Nox and it's working. The Copian Horn and Marak Gem should now be able to be sold. Merrick, is that Merrick or Marak? I'm gonna go Merrick. I'm gonna go Merrick. Merrick Gem should not be able to be sold, or now are able to be sold. So I thought you could sell those before. Oh no, you can only do it for the mission and you get the mission reward. Now you can sell them. Nice. Origin 400i interior elevator panels should no longer disappear. That was an issue. I no longer have a 400i, but it's been real 400i. I respect you. I might end up getting one in game. The FAC Lightning should no longer get a hazy cockpit view while flying through space clouds. Yay! I barely have flown my FAC Lightning. I really just took it out because it was cool, and then I put it right back. The fixed various visor issues, viz area issues around the Aegis Hammerhead. Okay, so they're working on the Hammerhead. That's good because it does need a lot of work. And in Arena Commander, they fixed the issue that caused squads to get separated into different teams in online matches. Nice. Okay, known issues. Options for repair, refuel, and restock are unavailable throughout the PU. What? That's a big one. Oh, they're just saying it's in multiple locations. They're not saying it's everywhere. Okay, that is a big one though. So make sure that you check around your location and make sure that you can actually repair, refuel, and restock before you get stuck somewhere. But then again, there's always backspace, right? Placing items on certain objects causes the player to back away, place the item on the floor, then the item returns to their hands. That was an issue in 3.221. That was an issue in 3.21. So I guess that's still happening to some people. I didn't experience the last few times I played though. ASOP terminals fade to black when accessed while after delivering a vehicle. Haven't experienced that one. Player is able to get in a state where items in inventory become inaccessible. I have been in that. When docking or retrieving a ship to a docking port at a station, the docking arm will not extend. Haven't done that one. Tutorial spawns food and drink items in another room. I haven't done the tutorial. Escape route. Klesher laser mines will detonate even when prone. Oh, I don't really go to prison that often. I think I've only been one time, so I have no idea what prison is even like. Destroying the target does not fail the mission. Oh, this is for the salvage mission. Okay. Grimhex turrets and guards will shoot at players with the crime stat. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. That's where you're supposed to be allowed to be a thug, a villain. Players' corpses will not despawn at Grimhex. Yeah, that gets really weird really quickly. AI do not move after spawning. Yeah, that's really weird. That happens everywhere. It says derelict settlements, but it happens everywhere. Players are unable to use ledge grabs to climb out of maintenance hatches placed on the ground. That's a big one. That's a big one. I haven't experienced it, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. For the Scorpius Antares, it's unable to activate EMP. So if you have an Antares, that sucks. Specifically, that can't activate its EMP. That's kind of its whole purpose, right? At ASOP, retrieving a whole sea at locations without a docking port will display unable to handle your request at this time. So where is it? It should still respawn, right? That can come out of a hangar still. Like if you're spawning it, not if it's fully laden, obviously. But okay. Weapons reload invisible magazines when reloading from backpack. Oh, so just the graphic is missing. So it just looks weird, but it still works. Okay. Equipping an additional helmet on a character while the hip attachment point is occupied will result in asphyxiation. Oh, okay. I think that happened to me before. I remember putting my helmet on and dying and not knowing what the hell was going on. Tiger Claws on shelf are missing purchase cards. So I guess you just can't buy Tiger Claws when they're on the shelf. Okay. All right. that's cool. I think we talked about everything. Those are the known issues, features and gameplay, bug fixes, and technical. Yeah. So 1A seems like it's going to be a pretty good patch. I don't think I might try to hop in if I have time. I have a lot of stuff to get going. I'm still working on that Ironclad versus Ironclad Assault video because I, have a lot of stuff going on right now that I have to do outside of Star Citizen, but it is coming. Hopefully I get that done tomorrow and then get that out to you guys. That one's a fun one. I had fun just comparing the two. Yeah, it was actually very eye-opening when you just put them together and you're looking at what both can do. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for Star Citizen Nightly. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for spending your time with us. Peace.